Good morning and welcome to this Saturday show. I'm Carl as usual. Yes, we have got a bit of a bumper fest of fixtures today, but we have unfortunately due to the storm Darren due to the storm here in the UK, there has been some games postponed, which we will discuss shortly. With the games have been postponed, or we'll announce the fixture list as well. But we also will talk about this past week with all the other fixtures as well, including the midweek Premier League fixtures as well for certain teams. I talk about Julian Lopetegui's future at West Ham. It's El Sacco game between him and Gary O'Neill on Monday Night Football as well, and we'll also talk about the all the other stories as well in the last 7 days. So just to confirm and announce that these are the fixtures for today, and unfortunately there has been some games postponed. We just confirmed that earlier an hour ago. Everton against Liverpool game again at 12:30 has been postponed due to due to the storm as well. So please be safe. But all the other games in the Premier League is still going to go on unless stated. Aston Villa at home to Southampton late at 3 o'clock. Newcastle go way down to West London to face Brentford. While Crystal Palace go at home against Man City, and then Man United at home to Nottingham Forest. Two games in the championship have been postponed. Cardiff City against Watford and Plymouth Argyle and Oxford United have been postponed due to really bad weather. So that will be rescheduled as well. But the 12:30 kickoff game is between Leeds against Derby. Preston North End go away down to Hillsborough to face Sheffield Wednesday. Sunderland at home against Stoke City. Hull with their new manager Ruben Sellers is now the new manager. They're at home against Blackburn Rovers. Swansea go away down to Luton. Millwall at home against Lampard's Coventry City. Portsmouth at home to Bristol City. And then Norwich City go away to QPR. Only two games have been postponed in League One as well. Like again, unless stated, these games will still kick off today. Two 12:30 kickoffs games between Lincoln City, Charlton Athletic, and Wigan Athletic against Leighton Orient. That's still going ahead. Barnsley at home to Birmingham City later at 3 o'clock. Blackpool away at home to Rotherham United. Wrexham go away to Burton Albion, while Cambridge United at home to Shrewsbury Town. Manchester at home, Manchester against Huddersfield Town. Exeter City go up to Stockport, and Wicked Rogers against Reading. Only two games in League Two has been postponed. Fortunately, Crewe Alexandra against Oxford City, Bradford City is still playing. Port Vale against Walsall. Bromley go away to Accrington Stanley. Barrow against MK Dons has been postponed, along with Newport County against Carlisle United as well. Let's see the result of the fixture as well. Tranmere Rovers home to away to Chesterfield. Doncaster against Cheltenham. Salford City go away to Gillingham. Harry Town against AC Wimbledon. Morecambe against Grimsby Town. And Notts County against Colchester United. And Swindon Town against Fleetwood Town. All games in the Scottish Premiership still going ahead in later today. Free kick between Aberdeen, who lost earlier in the week to Celtic. They at home to St Johnstone. Hales face a trip away to Parkhead to face Celtic. Dundee United at home to Kilmarnock. Hearts at home to Dundee. And Motherwell go away up to Paisley to face St Mirren. And in the Championship, Dunfermline at home to Hamilton. Falkirk against Raith Rovers. Livingston go away to Green at Morton. Paterford at home to Ayr United. And Queen's Park against Adronians. Late kickoff today in the La Liga. Barcelona go away to Real Betis. And it's Genoa at home to Real Madrid. And Real Vallecano away to Valencia. In Serie A, Juventus against Bologna. Thiago Motta's against his former club. Roma at home against Lecce. Later in the Bundesliga, Bayer Leverkusen at home to St. Pauli. AC Hanover go away to Bayern Munich, who have injury ravaged with Harry Kane out for the next couple of weeks. Later in the kickoff at 5:30, it's Borussia Mönchengladbach against Borussia Dortmund. And in League Monaco at home to Toulouse, and Angers go away to Lyon. To Lyon. And for Sunday's games, Fulham at home to Arsenal in the London Derby for 2 o'clock. Ipswich Town against Bournemouth. Leicester City against Brighton. And the 4:30 kickoff game between Tottenham Hotspur against Chelsea. And one game in the Championship is West Brom against Sheffield United. In the Scottish Premiership, Rangers go away up to Highlands to Ross County. a big game tomorrow in La Liga, which is Atletico Madrid against Sevilla. And in the ninth semi-final kickoff tomorrow night, Napoli at home against Lazio. And then on Monday night, big game is the El Sacco game between West Ham against Wolves, and only one League One game between Northampton Town and Peterborough United. So that's all the fixtures there for this weekend. We were going to discuss about the big game, about the Merseyside derby, but unfortunately that has been postponed after hour this morning. I'll get the confirmation from what the club had, both the clubs have said as well. So yeah. So today's Merseyside good support has been postponed due to adverse weather conditions. The statement from Everton would like to apologise for the inconvenience caused and thank supporters for their understanding. Whilst we appreciate all this is disappointing for the players, but the safety of the fans, staff, and players are of paramount importance. Information related to a rearranged date will be announced in due course, and all tickets purchased from the original fixture will remain valid for the rearranged fixture. So yeah, as a fortunate news, the game has been postponed due to the adverse weather condition with Storm Dara, and yeah, unfortunately, there's a few games will be postponed today. We'll keep an eye through the course of the show that how many more games will be postponed. But we'll, like I said, we'll have team news from all the other fixtures in the 12:30 kickoff between Leeds against Derby and Sunderland and Stoke City, who are the two teams that are challenging for promotion race. But let's go back to the last 7 days and talk about some stories catch. Oh, I have to say, what in the news about West Ham with Julian Lopetegui, his future's on the line. There was a board meeting early this week from the West Ham board. From what I was hearing, we were hearing 60-40 between 60-40 split between the board of what about Lopetegui's future. They have given him this game on Monday against Wolves as a must win game for him. He's not the only ones under pressure. Also, Gary O'Neill as well. Yes, he did win Manager of the Month, but he's come under a lot of pressure as well too. Losing 4-0 to Everton against Everton early in the week. It's a huge game. It's a huge game for both these sides. I just think deep down, June Lopetegui spent a lot of money at West Ham, about over £130 million, and they're not be firing as well. They've got so much good creative players, but when you have a 32-year-old Nicholas Fulcree who's been injury prone this season, and you have Mikel Antonio's not his goals being waning as now he's getting older and older up front. West Ham will really be struggling, especially there's been a lot of rumours busted between uh, Jan Clay Torbo and Lopetegui. There's been a lot of issues going with Lopetegui in the club, and I think if he doesn't win, I think they'll have to look for a new name. And I know there's people will be saying like Graham Potter will be the next man to come in, but is he the right man? I think his stock's gone down. I think where does West Ham really do go with this one? I think they have got a lot of decisions they need to make over the next 48 hours or so. Well, 48, 72 hours after Monday's game to make that decision if they have to decide to sack. So unfortunately, it's been a disappointed start for them completely. And like I said, not being, and I think sacking the David Moyes just proved it was really poison chalice, and I think the situation with West Ham of looking at their run of form, it's not good enough. It's not good enough to, and a lot of West Ham fans say need to play the West Ham way. West Ham are 14th. They've had 4 wins, 3 draws, and 7 losses, and yeah, this season it's just not been good enough from the West Ham. With West Ham faithful, I think they are struggling. Looking at the form, how the way they lost to Leicester earlier in the week, losing 3-1 in Ruud van Nistelrooy's first home game, they just look very sloppy defensively, and I think there's a lot of issues going on. I just, yeah, Jared Bowen and Thomas is their joint top goal scorer with 3 goals, and same he's also Bowen's top with assists as well. It's just not been good enough. They have low quality um, shots on target this season, and they've really been struggling. And I don't know where they will get the next win. The way they lost 5-2 to Arsenal last weekend, when they were fighting, it just sums them up completely. Yeah, they won against Newcastle, but the form at the moment in the last all competition has been dreadful. It's been really dreadful. So, you know, listen, Lopetegui's got lot to deal with. He's got a lot to prove. He's got a lot to get this team really forward. They're just the signings are being average. I I don't want to disrespect Cree, Cree Somerville, you know, but he's not been getting chances to start much games as well. So there's a lot of issues in this West Ham side that just are really just not firing, and I think this is gonna be an issue going forward, regardless. And I think looking at how this situation is, it's the West Ham board is under crisis. The West Ham is under crisis. When you move on for David Morris, who won you a European trophy that that you were the only one of the biggest teams that could do it, but to let him go and after a season when you didn't renew his contract, yes, his football might not be best, but he brought you results. But I just don't know if Lopetegui, the way how he handled things at Wolves, how that ended and it ended badly. I think that's come to bite him back in the bum completely. And I think now with this, I just don't know where West Ham could get the where West Ham will get the wins. I don't know. They've got really some huge games in the next coming days. And listen, not just gets Wolves on Monday night, but they've got other huge games coming up as well. There's no fresh age you can assist West Ham, but just looking at the fixtures at the moment, they've got Bournemouth on the following Monday, then Brighton and on the 21st, and then Boxing Day they got Southampton away, and then at the end of the year they got the home against Liverpool. I cannot see them win any games at the moment. I just really do worry about them, and I think it's the way West Ham, way Lopetegui's be how they've been playing. It's not good enough. It's not good enough for the club, and he's on the fire on the fire, and he got asked a lot of questions about his future on yesterday. Listen, like I said, they just lack the confidence at the moment. West Ham, they really do, and they have been talking about it could be Powell. Graham Potter has been linked with the job, along with Edin Terzic as well. Who's been linked, and also Dexter Demak Bok Jasper Casper Youngman is also in contention. There's a lot. The West Ham have really got a lot of big decisions coming in January because I just think now what's it probably will have to go through a British manager. West Ham. I think the type of West Ham club is, and Tony Carty said this earlier this week on BBC Sound Saturday morning podcast. He did say, I think most West Ham fans would prefer a British manager. I'm not saying foreign manager are good. I just think for the type of club West Ham is, I think a British manager is probably good for along the lines of David Moyes, etc. He's not at the club at the moment, but he should be high on the list. But knowing the West Ham board, they will appoint someone that I absolutely never heard of. I'll be scratching my head again. Oh, here we go. So, yeah, that's concerning for what Tony Cotti, the former West Ham said, and they have to get the win. And you know, I think this Lopetegui appointment has been coming for a long time. I think the sacking's been coming for a while, and it needs to change. The party has to change as well. So it's huge pressure for Julian Lopetegui. And going on to Gary O'Neill, Gary O'Neill, he's under pressure as well too. They lost 4-0 to Everton earlier in the week in the midweek, and then in their fixtures as well. They lost 4-2 to Bournemouth at home. They won 4-1 against Fulham 2-0. So they have been getting results, but he's still on the threat of his future as well. They got some huge key games. Next week they play Ipswich at home, Leicester away, Boxing Day at home to Manchester United, and then finish the end of the year against Spurs away. So there's a lot of concerns for Gary Neville to get some results as well. But yeah, this is El Sacco on Monday night's game. It's gonna be interesting. Which I will, if there's breaking news, I will announce it in the short clips on the channel as well. Um, One manager's probably got relief of the stress of his back, and I have to say it's Over Glasner. What an important win earlier in the week against Ipswich to win 1-0. Mateta getting the hour mark. a good win to get the first away win of the season. I think that's a boost for Palace that went up to 16th early this week. So a huge boost for them. But after before Leicester win one against West Ham. So but the gap still is still shortened as well. Everton move up to 14th and move to 14 points as well. So the gap is slowly there. And Man United 13th at the moment, with they're losing to Arsenal 2-0 with the Dark Knights of Stoke City, Dark Arts of Stoke City, I mean, sorry. So it is very much a situation that these teams are really gonna have to go in for the win completely. But as I said, it's an interesting lot of fixtures coming today as well. We'll keep knowing if any more games will be postponed as well, which is eventually going to affect all the teams, affect the teams around as well. But yeah, it is pretty sad as well too, early as well. We still wait to hear about Barrow against MK Dons. From what I'm seeing, that game's still not postponed as of yet, but we're still waiting to see that announcement. I did announce it early on, but that game should be postponed. But we will keep an eye if it does get postponed as well. Postponed as well. But yeah, we're unsure about that one because I did see one website saying it's postponed, the other it's not. So we will wait and see with that one as well later on during the course of the show. So yeah, unfortunately that game will be like the game everything gets open will be rescheduled, which will be the last Merseyside derby at Goodison Park before Everton move to a new stadium next summer in the summer of 2025. So yeah, disappointing as well. Disappointing for them as well. So what I will discuss some transfer gossip news as well. Looking on the BBC. So in also looking at football transfers, Man City scouts have Spanish midfielder Pepu from Valencia is the ideal player to replace Rodri in the Football Insider. Excuse me. Bless me. Crystal Palace are unlikely to entertain offers from Man City and ask for England midfielder Adam Wharton. Uh, Tottenham and Liverpool are interested in Shakhtar Donetsk and Ukraine Gregory Sudakov, who is 22. In the total sports, Juventus are keen on a Johnny Low move for Man United and Netherlands forward Joshua Zerski. That's in the total sport. In the other news in AS in Spanish, Barcelona are mounted Sporting Swedish striker Victor Gyokeres and Jonathan David who from Lille, who are lined up as a long-term replacement for Robert Lewandowski. That's in the Spanish media. Sky Germany in Sky Sport Germany it also confirmed that Leroy could be available for free transfer next summer. There's been little progress on the transfer of the 20-year-old German winger. Good. Yes. Good morning, Anthony. Yeah, well, yeah, I have announced a few games off today as well, which is, the big game was the Merseyside derby was unfortunately postponed as well, which is a bit sad to see. We'll keep you updated of all the other games will be postponed during the course of the show. I don't know how long I'm going to be on for today, but we'll see how we are over the next 20 minutes or so. Just to announce a few things as well, but yeah, it's a bit disappointing for most fans, but we have to put the safety first for the fans, the players, and the staff as well. So going back into the news that in football transfers, Kieran McKenna is top his first choice top target if the sack current manager Ange. I get this again. Look, Ange is I know he's under the pressure of losing to Bournemouth 1-0 on Thursday, but when he had to go to the fans, and they were telling him what he should do, it's difficult. That was difficult for the fans completely to see that. Well, for the Tottenham board to see that he had to engage with the fans after the full time loss as well. So yeah, really disappointed in that as well. Yeah, but actually, there is one other thing we should talk about the FA Cup fixtures. Actually, was announced for the third round draw. So as I will get this up, and we'll see who will be playing. There's some big games coming up this in the third round FA Cup, and one of the big games is going to be Arsenal against Manchester United in the third round. in the third round of the FA Cup. Huge ties as well. On this, yeah, as well. But, Liverpool home to Accrington Stanley. That's going to be a big game for the Stanley fans. A big way trip for them. Morecambe go a big trip way to Chelsea as well. That's another big game too. We'll see you here as well. Scrolling down. Harrogate Town away to Leeds United in the local derby as well. Another big game for Salford City, the class of '92 owners, Gary Neville, etc. They go away to Man City, another big game in the FA Cup. And see here as well on Sunday the 12th, yeah, 3 o'clock kickoff between Arsenal against Manchester United. What a big game that is. Stoke City go away to Crystal Palace, while Tamworth at home to Tamworth at home to Tottenham Hotspur. That's a good game for them to get the revenue in. Newcastle go home to Bromley. This is the first ever meeting between the two clubs as well. And the cap it off on Monday evening. Dagenham Rich will face a local trip away to Millwall. I think these are the ties around the games I've mentioned. Leeds United against Highgate Town, Man City, Salford City, big games as well for this weekend. But yeah, it's going to be some really good games coming up as well to see who will go through. I think the Arsenal Man United is going to be the big game because one of the big teams will not go further in the FA Cup. But yeah, we will see on the round between the kickoff between 9th of January all the way till the 13th of January. All those games will be kicked off over the weekend, unless stated as well. But the games that we've mentioned, all those games will be on ITV and BBC, and also BBC iPlayer if you want to watch as well, and watch all the other clubs as well. Yeah. So because we would have had the team news, we would have marked the team news for Liverpool away to Everton. That's now been postponed. I probably think we just could do actually to finish off actually because I think because it's not because we all had a long debate about it. Probably just finish off with just doing the predictions actually and just finish off for the day because I didn't think I was going to do a lot of the content was going to be depending on the weather, but yeah, with the games we postponed, we might just finish off on high and just do what we need to do. So with the Liverpool game, with the Merseyside derby being postponed, I'll give my predictions out for for the games later on today that I've chosen. So Southampton went to Aston Villa. I've gone for a 2-0 win for Aston Villa. I've gone for a 1-1 draw between Brentford and Newcastle. Probably a 2-2 draw between Man City. I might be wrong with that one. I'm not going to change my mind. Not going to change my mind with this one. First, a losing 2-1 away to Manchester United. That's why I put my predictions. Arsenal to win 3-1 against Fulham tomorrow. Ipswich to win 1-0 against Bournemouth. That's my predictions. Leicester to win 3-2 against Brighton. Spurs losing 2-1 to Chelsea tomorrow. My predictions. And then on Monday night, I think it'll be El Sacco for Julian Lopetegui. Wolves to win 2-1 against West Ham. And Doug has gone for 3-1 for Aston Villa against Southampton today. He's gone for Brentford to win 4-2 against Newcastle. He's got Man City to win 2-1 at Crystal Palace. He's gone 2-0 for Man United against Nottingham Forest. Fulham, he's gone for Arsenal to win 2-1 against Fulham. Bournemouth to win 2-0 against Ipswich Town. He's gone for a 1-1 draw between Leicester City and Brighton. He's gone for a 3-1 win for Chelsea tomorrow against Spurs, and he's going for a 2-0 win for Wolves against West Ham on Monday as well. So yeah, all in all games on today. But as I said, this will be the penultimate show as today. Next week will be the last show for me before I go back home for Tony for the festive period. So I won't be back on until after New Year's. Around about New Year's, after New Year's, it's more the latest at the moment as well. So I am just want to clarify that one. But I am live tomorrow night. I would have live tomorrow. I was going to be out for Christmas dinner with Douglas and his wife and Rebecca, but they're fortunate enough his wife's not been feeling too well, so we decide, we rescheduled. So I will be doing the live championship review tomorrow night here at 8 o'clock with Michael and probably with Annie as well too. But as I say for everyone, if everyone's going to the games, please stay safe. If you're going to these games today, keep an eye on any live updates if your game is being postponed as well. So keep an eye on all the stuff, all the channels as well. But as I said, I'm going to finish off with just doing a short version today because of the weather. We are unsure that what game's going to happen today, but as I said, please stay safe and stuff. So keep an eye on weather alerts as well, and take advice and make sure you have enough food and shelter just to get through the storm over the next one, and keep an eye on the weather warnings as well too. But that is all I got time for as well. And listen, I will see you guys at the same time next week 11. Hopefully, we're back with some more, with a lot more, with more games and more stuff to talk about, some key games next weekend. But as I said, all you have a good weekend. Take it for now. I'll see you guys back tomorrow night at 8 o'clock here as well. Bye bye.